What's going on, guys? Today, you and I are going to have a little conversation on how to build your social media brand. So I've got 6 points for you today. And number one is establish your brand values. What does that mean? Know who you are, what you represent, what you look like, what you want to look like, and really establish that. Stick to your guns and don't compromise. You also don't want to jeopardize the fundamentals of what your business looks like and stands for. For instance, when I'm posting something, I'm super picky about the photos. I hate when photos are over edited, they don't make sense, they're fuzzy, they're blurry, they're weird, the color's off, the lighting's bad. You know, you really want to represent your brand well. When you look at your social media page, you want it to look like a brand, that it flows, it looks great together, the pictures make sense, and your message makes sense. Number two is have a strategy. So depending on your product, you want to research and get to know your users, know who's looking at you, kind of gauge or figure out what they're looking for, what they're responding to, and use that information to make your social media page better, make it more valuable to where people want to come back and know what you're posting. You also want to know what market you're going for. So if you're selling video equipment, you don't want to market it to teenagers. You want to really look at who's going to be spending the money, what price range your product is at, who is going to be the type of person to talk about it, who's going to be the type of person to share that information with their peers. You want to know who's looking at you and also take that information and attract more of that type. So let's take my market for example. I sell high-end leggings that are made in the United States. They're fun. We're all about building up women. Who's my target audience? It happens to be 18 to 35. That's who my main customer is. That is what the analytics on Instagram show, and that is what the age group on my analytics on the back end of my site are showing. So I really want to make sure I'm taking what I know about my users, my followers, the people who are looking at my brand, and I want to build around that. So when I do, for example, marketing campaigns, I want to market, use the language, use the visual things that that age group is attracted to, use what's relevant in that age group, and use that for what I'm posting. So it's all about who you're marketing to and what the relevance is. And you want them to come back, so you have to really hone in on that one. Here's a great example. When you're making a post and it has music behind it, for instance, we do a lot of videos. We do fun videos, funny videos, educational videos on how to use our product, things that you don't want to do. We use a lot of music, so you got to know what's relevant, what's on the radio, what are people moving and grooving to, what's making you feel the vibe of the cute booty pants, and what's your girl gonna, you want them to open it up and you want them to kind of just feel the beat and look at the product and be happy that they stopped by your page. And you want that to leave an impression. So that's why you have to know your customer. Know what's really gonna reach out and grab them. Specific apps that benefit your business. There's a ton of apps that I download that are, most of them are for free. Apps that you can use to add different words and fonts and change colors, or you can make your own videos these days. You know, you don't have to hire someone to edit and to do photography anymore. It's all about creating your own content and just utilizing the apps that are out there, spending a little money. Who cares about $4.99? Spend the $5 and get a good app that helps you create something that's different and that grabs your customer's attention. I'm not going to give you my secret apps. You'll have to figure those out on your own, but a couple are, you know, the ones that add the words on top of things, or there's Pick Stitch. I know Boomerang is a popular one. You know, there are a ton of different apps that you just have to search for and see what works for your business. Wish I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. When you're searching for the right apps for your business, you can just use our little friend called Google. You can go Google the top 5 or 10 apps that are right for your industry, and it'll give you everything you need to know. And then from there, if you see something you like, but maybe you don't like a couple of things about it, I'm sure there's other apps after that you can pick and choose and spend your little $1.99, and all is good in the hood in your social media branding. Researching your competition is one of my favorite things to do. I love seeing what other guys are up to, what new fabrics and patterns they're using, you know, what type of apps they're using, what they're posting on their social media. I do this for 2 reasons. One, I want to see what works, obviously, and duplicate that in my own creative way, give it my own twist, my own spin, like that old saying, don't recreate the wheel. And number 2, I want to see what their mistakes are. You know, I don't want to make the same mistakes. If I can look at what you're doing and instantly recognize your mistakes, then I'm going to go back to my own business and do everything I can to not make those mistakes. One of my favorite parts of social media branding is engagement. I love engaging with my customers. My customers love engaging with me. Instagram story is really one of the best things that could have happened for Instagram. I mean, I love Snapchat, I love all the cute filters and things of that nature, but if your major following is already on Instagram, it just makes sense to use a platform that's already right there for you. They have the live story. It can kind of give your customers a peek of what your day at work is like, and they feel invested in your company. They feel invested in what you're doing. They have a personal attachment to you, your employees, the process, and trust me, those are gonna be your loyal customers. If you want to keep people coming back and watching what you're doing and be really interested in what comes next, you have to keep them engaged. As an entrepreneur, I spend my day-to-day running the business and trying to create new products and projects and just everything that goes into building a brand. So I don't always have time to engage with my customers as much as I'd like to. I do try to do it on a daily basis, but what I do is I have my employees engaging. So everyone has the login for Cute Booty Lounge on my team, and actually Fit Kitty is our point person to handle all of the social media interaction, and she basically makes sure that everyone knows what's going on in customer service with Amelia. So Amelia will come on and she'll show you what she's cooking for the day or what she wore to work because she rides her bicycle or drives her Fiat. And then you've got Zanetta in shipping. What's she shipping? How's she shipping it? She usually does a little shipping dance for everyone. It's also a time to show people your new products, what you're working on, how you're doing it, what the process is. Explain to them how you do what you do and what's so exciting about it or what sucks about it, what you're struggling with. It's just a chance for people to really see what goes on behind the scenes. People love little bits of information like that. It just keeps them wanting to know more, and it'll keep them coming back daily if you keep it up. Something else this also does for you, it keeps your audience invested. And your audience is a huge part of your growth because what they're gonna do is talk to their friends. Oh, did you see what the girls at Cute Booty are doing today? Oh, they were so funny. They were dancing around the office with pants on their head. Just be silly, be wacky, think outside the box. And I guarantee you, they're gonna talk to their friends and their friends are gonna talk to their friends, and it's gonna bring more people to your social media page watching what you do next. In my business, it's all about grassroots marketing and spreading legs out there. What is it called? Going wide and going deep. Well, it applies in financial services. It applies in fashion. So when I see a girl on social media, she's got a great following. She has a great attitude. I love the way she looks. She has a beautiful booty. That's my client. That's a girl that I want to see wearing my pants. So if she's not wearing my pants, she's not a client, I'm sending her something. You better believe it's worth it to give one of your products out to someone who is going to exchange some social media shout outs, even a photo. I have social media influencers who translate into dollars, and I have some that take pretty pictures. And to me, that's just as worth it. So if I have a girl who has 20 followers, but she takes an amazing picture, I'm giving her a pair of pants. I want that picture. I want to show people what my product looks like. So it's not all about how many followers you have and reaching out to the top Instagram girls or Instagram guys to promote your product. It's all about balance and finding different things that work for your business. Whether it's a shout out, whether it's a pretty picture, whether it's someone who has an influence in that specific market, you want to combine all of those things together for a successful branded page. So my point is, don't be afraid to send samples. Don't be cheap. If the girl needs a pair of pants, send the girl a pair of pants. Number 4, what's your ROI? How are you getting a return on your investment? How are you tracking that? How are you tracking it in social media? Well, one of the ways to do that is to give out specific coupon codes. You can use tracking codes, you can use tracking links. There are tons of apps out there where people can sign up as an affiliate. It's like an affiliate program. There are free ones, there are more extensive ones that cost hundreds of dollars. You gotta figure out where your business is at, what it can afford, and what it really needs at that moment. If you have a ton of influencers out there who are promoting your brand, you want them to be rewarded. You want them, if you've got someone generating a few $1,000s a month, maybe free clothes isn't enough. So you can track their code, see what percentage of sales are coming in from that specific person, and maybe give them a kickback. That's gonna keep them promoting more, and that's what you want. You want more and more promoters, and you want them to be excited to promote, and you want longevity, and because as their following builds, your following is gonna build. Number 5, hiring people to help you with your brand. I like hustlers. I don't know about you, I'm a hustler. I like to hire hustlers. I don't like people who sit on their ass and ask you what's next. You're a hustler, you either know what's next, you find something that's next, or you ask in a way that gets people excited to figure out what's next. I hate followers, I really do. You know, to a certain extent, you need followers on your team to help you execute your vision, because you can't have just a group of leaders, but you want followers who are able to lead, who are willing to lead, who see your vision and stand behind you. One of the things I struggle with that I'm working on right now, I learn a lot from Pat. We do the opposite thing, and I'm trying to switch over to how he does it. And what he does is he micromanages until someone proves themselves worthy of being let go, to be on their own accord and be trusted to do things on their own. I'm kind of the opposite. I give you free reign to do what you're gonna do, because I wanna sit back and watch you. And then when you prove to me that I don't need to micromanage you, wait, no, that's wrong. When you prove to me that I do need to micromanage you, it's usually over with and I just fire you. I mean, that's just how I work. So I sit back and I watch you, and when you make a mistake that's just calculated and wrong, or I don't trust you, you're out of there. So maybe I should take some of Pat's notes and micromanage first and then give them free reign. But basically, you want to make sure you want to put people in place who have specific tasks. Know what you know and know what you don't know. And also know what you have time to do and what you don't have time to do. As an entrepreneur, we want to take it all on. But it's really important to me, to my brand, to you, to your brand, to work on growing the business and have other people delegate to them what can get done. Now, at the end of the day, you're ultimately responsible for making sure it's done right and it looks right and it's part of your vision. But if you train them and you build them up, you know, they're doing it based on your vision. Super, super important to respond to your customers in a timely manner. When you're getting a DM on Instagram or you're getting a Facebook message, you should have a notification turned on, especially during business hours. Someone should be notified when you get a message. That way you can respond immediately. That way there's no room for a customer being angry if you're not responding on time. Now, if it's an international customer and there's obviously a time difference, there's gonna be a little bit of delay. But always make sure you have at least one person in your office or on your team who's constantly responding to people. It makes all the difference in the world. When you have good customer service, people come back. People love you, people come back, people respond well. You leave a bad taste in their mouth, they're gone. You just lost a customer. Also, when you're hiring, you want to make sure the person that's handling your social media, you want to make sure they're trolling social media to make sure that you're not tagged in anything negative and you're just really controlling the content. On my Instagram, I have a lot of people tagging me with pictures of their butt. I mean, it's great, you have a nice butt, thank you for sharing, but you're not wearing cute booty pants, you're wearing nothing. So I have Fit Kitty go on and she literally trolls Instagram and she untags us on all of the pictures that have nothing to do with our brand or our business. It's a really popular tactic from people who are trying to gain followers or get your attention, is they'll tag you on a post, and you'll know it instantly when you touch the picture and 50 to 100 company names come up. That just means they're searching for someone to respond to them, follow them, or give them something for free. My last point on building your social media brand is to be careful who promotes you, who you let promote you. It's your business. You have to be responsible and in control for positive and negative content and things that happen. You know, when we hire social media girls to do pictures for us or to promote for us or whatever they're doing, I filter that content. I want to know what they're posting. I have guidelines and priorities. There's contracts in place where we actually have a photo guideline of what you can and cannot post, down to the filters and the words that you use and the writing over it. And I don't even like pictures that are when you're stitching 4, 5, 6 pictures together. When you're building a brand, you want a clear image in a nice light that's not overcomplicated. And what is the purpose of that picture? Your picture should have a purpose. So it's up to you to control that, and it's up to you to make sure that you control both the positive and the negative content on your Instagram page and on your social media in general. All right, guys, thank you for this great little chat on social media and branding. Don't forget to leave your comments below. I want to hear your crazy social media stories or any points you have for me that I may have missed. Don't forget to subscribe because we are trying to get to 1 million subscribers.